Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Vanessa Paloma Bajarnik. Here's a quick look at the top trending international news stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. After just 45 days in office, UK Prime Minister Liz Truss resigned this week. She was the final Prime Minister to kiss the hand of Queen Elizabeth II 2 days before she died. Truss's 45 days in office is the shortest term of any prime minister in British history. She also met with King Charles III to notify him of her resignation, making her the first prime minister in 71 years to resign to a king. She released a statement saying, quote, "I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party." So what's next? Truss will remain as prime minister until a successor is chosen. Britain's Conservative Party says it will have a new party leader and therefore the next prime minister by next Friday. Anti-government demonstrations in Iran have entered the 5th straight week, despite an increase of violence by security forces, especially for women. The protests were triggered by the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini after morality police detained her for not properly wearing her hijab. We want to warn you, some of the images you're about to see are disturbing. Women have been beaten with batons and shot at. Images of one protester's body is seen covered with shotgun pellets, according to rights group Himgao. Many women have been dragged by their uncovered hair, and some sexually assaulted in plain sight by security forces. Many women say they know the dangers of defying the government. But they say it's worth it for their freedom. The start of the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar is 1 month away. But a group of prominent Iranian sports figures are calling on FIFA to ban the Iranian Football Federation from competing because of the country's brutality towards people protesting in Iran. A law firm has sent a letter to FIFA on behalf of the sports stars. The letter demands disassociation of Iran's brutality from the sporting world. The World Cup starts November 20th. Thousands of Ukrainians are now without drinking water and electricity due to Russia's targeted attacks on Ukraine's critical infrastructure across the country. And winter is right around the corner. Ukraine's president says 30% of the country's power stations have been destroyed in just over a week. And now residents have restricted use of electricity and water. The death toll in Kyiv also continues to rise, following Russian attacks in recent days with Iranian-made kamikaze drones. The Russian journalist who held up an anti-war poster on Russian state TV has fled Russia. She is now under protection in another European country. She was charged with disseminating false information about the Russian military after participating in the protest in July. She is now on Russia's most wanted list and could face 10 years in prison if she's caught. More than 600 people have died in some of the worst flooding Nigeria has seen in over 10 years. More than 2 million people have been affected by the floods, and at least 2,400 have been injured. Government leaders are preparing for more flooding by evacuating people to higher ground, providing tents, fresh water, and medical supplies during the 2022 flooding season. In the Dutch city of Leiden, thousands of local officials, businesses, and residents intentionally turned off household lights, billboards, and street lights to get a rare and clear view of the starry night sky. It was part of the Seeing Stars short film project. Without the glaring lights of the city, people enjoyed an unobstructed view of Saturn, the Big Dipper, and other wonders of nature in the sky, even if it was just for a few minutes. Sign1News will be broadcasting international news updates every Sunday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.